one. What is even this category, dude? I guess it's generally crypto. Did it work? Undefined. Today's bill, $60 for groceries. I'm buying some like one salad, two salad, a small salad, a medium salad, one Greek, one called executive. It's got, I don't know, tofu or something. Sweet and sour sauce is free, Greek sauce is free. What else did we buy? We don't need bread because we freeze it. Welcome everyone. This is an update stream for whatever the fuck I'm doing these days. We'll talk about everything today. But you need to save money on your groceries. And you do that by just buying the really necessary stuff. Just the basic stuff. You want to eat some salad this week? Just buy 1 or 2 salad. You want to eat a little bit of steak? Just buy a little steak. $5 my steak, not even. You know, I'll probably eat it today or cook it today, because it doesn't stay good for long. A lot of stuff in with discounts on it. How much money did I save, you think? Out of $60. It says I saved $16. $16 out of 60. You know what would have been 76 is now 60. They say it's 23%. Well, it's more like, you know, 20%. But I'll take it. There's also this coupon game that if you want to save some cash, you might play. If you don't know what to cut, you might enjoy that more. I heard, that's good, that the cucumbers.
So if you've been injured, visit cclawyers.ca today. It costs nothing.
Cucumbers are really good. Hello. Cucumbers are really good for you.
At Korean Collins, we understand that each injured victim is affected in his
because they hydrate you, they keep that balance. And they also, like if you think about it, they provide water really deep into the intestine in the digestive process. And that's got to be a good thing. And apparently it has a lot of nutrition, or there's good things in the cucumber. I don't know what it's called, but like vitamins or some shit.
Eligible for a COVID-19 vaccine. Book today at gnb.ca/bookavaccine.
And honestly, last week I bought one. I munched on like half of it. That felt good, man. And my breathing was also better. So I'll be monitoring that and try to see if it does that. Because if so, it means it's helping the lungs, which would be like fucking fascinating. In other news,
and I need some Bitcoins, so I might grab 3 former inputs, and these are just transaction ID 6, index 3. Of course, it wouldn't be ID 6, it might be ID 300,000. But the point being is, grab 10 Bitcoin. So I want to find 3 inputs.
That's something, yeah.
And
Gary
I need to
Gensler.
send 6 Bitcoins, let's say, to Amanda.
He's the chairman of the SEC.
like that.
They're suing Ripple.
Sitting up front, James is.
They're trying to make sure everything is under the SEC and not the CFTC.
I'm using your Bitcoin
And that has
address,
broad
Amanda's Bitcoin
implications
address, and
for the
James's
international
Bitcoin
markets.
address.
Because a lot of countries will
So
outsource
rather than being
their policy making to the
you have an
United
account
States
at Bank of America,
because they don't
say,
have
I want to send
the population
$10,
to support the same kind of policy
just check
making
to
that the
make
United
sure I
States
have
has.
more than $10. In Bitcoin,
And a lot of
I
countries
actually
are
have to
looking at the
find
United States as a leader in
individual
policy.
transaction
It's important to have a good
outputs
framework,
that add
legal
up to, in
framework
this case,
for
I want to
governments.
send 9 Bitcoins, 6 to Amanda, 3 to James. Not really, Amanda, but so
Elks,
what's
very
10 minus 9?
Personable
Thank you. That
in
was
this
really
role
hard.
as a professor
We are at MIT.
on the blockchain basics,
But I might not send 1 back to me.
and I have no
I'm
clue
going to send 0.9 back to me. This is kind of my change.
what's going on in his head right now.
So a Bitcoin transaction can
You know, if he's
either
forced to
be
do
equal,
lawsuits,
inputs
if
equal
this
the
is the
outputs.
right
I could
kind
have
of
sent
work he
1
must
back
do
to
at the
me,
SEC,
but I've decided
maybe it's
to
tired in him.
incentivize miners and leave a little
or just the role he needs to play.
0.1 Bitcoin.
But he's
which
clearly
would be a
there
lot
because he
of
enjoys
fiat.
talking about the
That
subject.
would be about, what, $640 or so? I probably wouldn't do that. I would probably leave for a fee 10 or 20 or 100 Satoshi maybe. I don't know what the current market is. But this is a transaction, multiple inputs, multiple outputs, but you always have to send back to yourself. What happens to these inputs if this transaction actually happens? They go away. The actual inputs.
He also gets into smart contract with
The following
Ethereum.
content is provided under a
knowledgeable.
Creative Commons license. Your support will help MIT OpenCourseWare continue to offer high-quality educational resources for free. To make a donation or to view additional materials from hundreds of MIT courses, visit MIT OpenCourseWare at ocw.mit.edu.
I'm excited because I'm going to get the chance to co-teach today with, I would say one of the students, but it's not really one of the students, but Larry Lessig is consented to join us in a few minutes. So I'm going to be breezing through.
Very interesting to look at people who you think are against you, or even some people think are bad people.
Blockchain and money, here we are, where it's
in another light.
Contracts. Everybody seems to be
You know,
coming back.
very personable, very friendly,
sign of your interest,
very
more than it
kind.
is in my teaching.
This guy
And
is
I
late.
Thank you for being here.
He's not even going to
We
mention
did
it.
The last 3 classes together on
Very welcoming.
Bitcoin and the basics of that technology. And in one class, we're going to try to chew off a bit on smart contracts, both the technology side.
But he's also
a
sitting up
little
front,
bit
so
on
he
the
must be a good
markets,
student.
And then the law that Larry
wants to
take
ear.
us through.
And see,
And so, as I said, I want to start
He
with
wants
a little
to. He's
administrative
willing.
because we are on the 6th
makes a
class.
good
I'm
student.
going to review a bit about the projects very quickly. We're going to do smart contracts, the design, what design features. Yes,
if you're
we're gonna
interested,
go
this is
back
from
a little
MIT,
bit about
Gary
hash
Gensler,
functions
very easy
and
to find.
trees, but not too much. DApps, which are
I'm
basically
not going to stream it for too long. It's probably all trademarks, so. What else do we have today? Let's keep it interesting. So Matt, who was there when I was investing in Loon C, found Matt talking about Loon C.
What's up?
Now Matt, so my point is, I'm not following Matt. Matt follows me, you know, in the sense that I was there with Loon C. I found Matt.
You guys, it's Matt.
He's
here.
doing the
So
same
I made
thing.
an investment earlier today. Like,
But now and he's got good insights. He's like my top current insight for
way
Loon C.
earlier today. When you're watching this
Very active player.
position, I'm looking for certain gains throughout it. You know, profit-taking strategies, all of that stuff. I'm looking for that. So
So Matt decides to talk about KRL.
like
What is that?
into this a while ago, right? I bought in with 5,000. Not 5,000.
He's got some serious cash.
But I bought in
He's got
5,000.
big
and made a little bit of money
big
off of it.
bag.
Sold, recently bought in. That's right. Right, it's at a low price. When I originally invested, it was at like $1.
Whatever Matt is doing, I'm interested in doing.
Money off of it.
I think he's got the right mindset, etc.
If you look at krill.io.
Anyway, he's here to show us interesting things. I'm here to show you interesting things. That's his value to us. That's my value to you.
That's $4 billion.
If you don't mind, Matt, I'm just gonna play that part.
200 plus trading bots.
Where we talk about.
So let's get
the
into
intro.
This right here.
This is Krill. The new era of trading is here. With Krill, you can easily connect the biggest exchanges in crypto to one place and safely trade from the Krill platform. No need to log into multiple accounts to make your trades. Krill brings efficiency to your
I don't know if you see anything
management.
here.
Krill's state-of-the-art strategy editor lets you automate your trading with no coding experience needed. Use our drag and drop blocks to build your trading bot. Backtest your strategy and
So let me just repeat that because that's important. That's the function of the coin.
this is Krill. The new era of trading is here.
So when I was transferring coins to Qcoin to buy the coin, I did it with Tron, right? Because Tron has a really low fee. Yeah, I transferred like 400 Tron, which was like $10. Or was it 180 Tron? It was like $10. And it cost me 1 Tron. If you think about it, that's what, 30 cents or so? That's a fine fee for, I mean, any amount with Tron. So that's why Tron is so popular, TRX. People, that's why Tron is one of the top 20 coins. People use it for transfers. So Krill is in the same basket of functionality. And here's why.
With Krill, you can easily connect the biggest exchanges in crypto to one place and safely trade from the Krill platform. No need to log into multiple accounts to make your trades. Krill brings efficiency to your portfolio management. Krill's state-of-the-art strategy editor lets you automate your trading.
That's cool. They're basically saying that they have your value and you can trade it where you need to buy different things that you want to buy, because they're not all on Binance, right? That's what we use Tron for. Now here they're saying that you would have like the Krill interface, which would be their website, and you would, to my understanding, log into each of your accounts, you know, with the exchange. To my understanding, and then you would be able to buy whatever you need to buy. It would give you a big list of coins that you can do that on, and you know, whichever place you want to do it on. Now, how fast is that gonna happen? Will they be able to do it instantly? So you did buy the coin and then update the information in Binance? Because we all know that depositing money takes some amount of time, depending on the coins. You know, so is it going to be instant? How quick? Are you going to be able to get that money now? Or are we going to have to wait 5, 10 minutes, 20 minutes before the transaction is complete? Or can we do it on the spot?
With no coding experience.
So that seems pretty cool.
Drag and drop blocks to build
and Krill is number 600 and something, so there's a lot of room.
And let your bot trade it live on your favorite exchange. Don't have a trading strategy? Well, you can rent some of the best performing
Sorry, man, I don't mean to
trading
linger.
bots in the world by renting one on the Krill marketplace. Search and find the strategies that suit you and your risk profile. Simply click and let it run.
So these are what, different coins, I guess, represented with pictures
on your chosen pairs or portfolio. Use our smart trading terminal and trade like a pro.
bought in
Set multiple take profits and stop
here
losses with ease.
because it only went up by 10%, and 10% is any day in crypto. You know, I'm like, okay, that's not bad. It didn't double yet or triple.
So yeah, obviously
did
that's good.
10%.
A lot of people have positive things to say about
And now
trading
we're here.
bots. and to be able to just capture
on.
profit and learn some things here and there with Krill. I feel like it's going to be good for you to learn how to do that yourself without having to use a trading bot. Then
that is cool. I don't know if I'm going to use it.
Play,
but I'm definitely interested in the project being a competition to Tron itself. Tron, you don't make money with Tron, to my understanding, because if you look at the graph with Tron, it's one of the least performing coins. I don't know. They must be playing with the volumes a lot. Yeah, whatever. But if this can do the same job and it's number 600, and or even do a better job, that is cool. But that is really cool. But that's one thing. I'd love to watch more videos, but I just don't know how it's gonna go. Besides that, I'm interested, or I find interest in other things these days. I find interest in some cards. Let me put it up here. So Lily would be great. Let me bring this over here. So with the magic cards, the good cards go up, and the possibly good cards don't necessarily go up. Okay. It's much more risky when you invest in possibly good stuff with magic. It's much better to invest in what is good. The only way that they fuck you up is if they decide to reprint it to the ground, and if the card falls out of favor. A good example of that is Tarmogoyf. Tarmogoyf used to be the biggest green creature in Magic. Used to be $100 or so, and they reprinted it. They reprinted it so many times, and nobody's playing it really for the past 3 years. They've moved on, and it really killed the price. Feels bad for people holding on to their Tarmogoyf. They definitely stopped printing it. I'm sure they didn't expect it to become so low. They printed in Time Spiral Remastered. I think they had to, because it's Time Spiral and it came from Time Spiral, didn't it? Came from Future Sight. I don't know. They must believe it's still a really good creature, and it surely is. But I think they're gonna be way more careful. Way more careful. But I find it's a great time to pay or buy into good Magic cards that have kind of fallen out of the scope of, most players. There's so many products coming out with Magic. I mean, last year was insane, the amount of products that came out. And everybody's attention is drawn to these new things, and people who have a Snapcaster might not want another one. They might want something new or whatever. But like Snapcaster at $20, why? This should be a $70 card. It used to be 30, 40, I think, sometime. It was reprinted a few times. The full art is $100. You can tell the true value of some cards with their full art, their hot, kind of special ones. So I didn't own one. I think it's a great time to buy a Snapcaster. If you have some kind of green-black deck, maybe it's time to buy Tarmogoyf. Well, it's definitely time to buy Tarmogoyf, I think. Because Tarmogoyf at $5, I mean, maybe, but feels bad. So I bought the original, and I have a loop, so I can see if it's a real one. Because that card was Definitely forged too many times. Back like 6 years ago, 7 years ago. People selling fakes. Gotta be careful with that. Especially like these big cards. Lily, Tarmogoyf, Snapcaster. You better have a loop. Or buy one with a stamp on it like this. A great time to buy some cards. The lands also are insane. What a great time to buy lands. We have the Pain lands. I don't want to show you that, but I think I can show you this. I don't think there's a Pain land here. Why would I buy another nesting ground? I have two. I don't need that. Ear Hulk. The invention at 75. The regular one at, what is it, you think? Take a guess. $5 for Torrential Gear Hulk. And whoever's been playing for 6 years and more, you know, some competitive format, know that Gear Hulk is a good card. It is a good card. You get a flash 5/6 that casts an instant free in your graveyard. So it gets to fucking block something when they attack, and you bring back something to terminate or, you know, exile your other creature. You really screw them up. And then next turn you get to swing with a 5/6 into your control deck. And I've been building a control deck. I've changed my Planeswalker deck to be a control. So let me just give you a taste. What is this? Got some incredible cards here. I don't know if you can see me. Right. Lightning Greaves. Good card. Dovin's Veto. We have the Negate. What do we have here? Disallow. Tail's End. Cancels commanders. Great card. Mana Drain. A counterspell. Teferi's Protection is good these days too. Swan Song is alright. Disdainful Stroke, we'll try. This seems like a good time to build a control deck, frankly. The Manland are cheap. Oh, you can still afford Esper Sentinel. So, the Pain lands. How do I get Pain lands? What's the name of a Pain land? Give me an example here. Llanowar Waste. Did they reprint Llanowar Waste? It doesn't look like they did, but in my opinion, these are like in the top 5 of best lands in Magic. They come into play untapped. They give you colorless if you don't care, and your 2 colors if you care for a damage. Great, fantastic cards. There's this new card called fucking something of heroes. It gives you like colors and your commander colors. And look, if you're gonna pay $15, $20 for a new card like that, why don't you just buy a fetch land instead? It's like the same price, okay? And you know it's gonna be good. Come on. I clicked. What a beautiful card. Dominaria, brand new, 60 cents. Or a card that's been printed into oblivion. And it's just an absolutely great card. Absolutely fantastic. mana. You know, but the question that I have might be, do you want that slot to be like a man land if you're a control deck? You know, possibly some kind of utility. If you're a fast deck, you probably want good ways to get your mana fast. But when you're a control deck, you do need to spare some slots for main lands and utility lands. But against such price, man, if you want to bling out your deck with great cards, $1.79 here. I mean, what a fantastic price. You can even go full what's the word? Full cucumber. And buy and buy the hot one. You know, first time full art. Will they do it again? How soon will they do it again? Your guess is as best as mine. 224 for a great land. And you're in commander. You just need one. You just snatch up 5, 6, 7 lands. Like this, $2. $15. You got 7 new lands that are top of the line. Oh, I can't chill this anymore, I think. Look at these prices. Look at these fucking prices. This has got to be the deal of the year. You're a Magic player. That's gotta be. Gotta be. This thing is gonna be $4 or $5. Easily. Easily. Not a financial advice. Easily. Within 4 months, 6, 5, 7, 2, 1 year. 1 to 2 years, I would assume. You gotta give it time for the market to churn through the supplies. Huh? Gorgeous. Great cards. Anyway, if you love them, you love them. Next. Next big idea. I don't know, we're doing cards. What am I buying? I gotta do a review when I get my cards that I bought 2 weeks ago. A textured foil, a Baneslayer Angel would be nice, I think, in my commander control. Some man lands, we're gonna try different man lands. There's man lands that give you colorless. They come into play untapped. But in the Atraxa deck, you do want colors. So we can't have too many of those. There's man lands that do have colors, but come into play tapped. Like Celestial Colonnade, which is always preferred. And a fine card to play with. You got Lurus extended at 4 something. Heroic, I don't see myself paying that for it. Got Eternal Kefnet at $2.87. Sounds like a good card. You know? It is a good control card. I remember people playing this. So here I am 4 years later, buying the top control cards back in the day for $2.87. Because people are fucking doing something else. They're buying other things. Money is being squeezed where new products are. So it's a great time to buy stuff that has been printed. Unearth is going to go in the Ishin deck. We're going to try and bring back creatures that die with the Ishin Fast Ishin. A lot of it is value 3 or less. A lot of win cons at that price. Vendilion Click for the control deck. We're going to try it. I mean, it's going to be a flyer. It does a job. It does hurt. Along with the Celestial Colonnade, that's 7 damage per swing. You know, if you do extra turns, that might be a good idea. So you can kill a player quicker. I'm not doing extra turn. Like here, why would you pay $16 for a nice plaza? You know, when you can get a fetch. Okay. Noxious Revival, that's a good card. Spreading Seas for $1 something, why not? Used to be a card. Out of Time, people. I was listening to, I think it's Josh Lee Kwai, and there was another member of the team on Command Zone, and I used to play it and I took it out, and I'm gonna put it back because they said when you phase this one, when you phase something out, you can phase out the commanders. And I didn't catch on that the first time I played it, but it does say when it enters the battlefield, untap all creatures, then phase them out. And phasing out is not destroy, it's not exile. It doesn't send to the graveyard or send to the exile. It doesn't change the zone of the other player's commanders, right? So it doesn't change the zone, which means that they can't just put it back in the command zone. It just phases it out. It just makes it disappear. It's still on the battlefield, but it's disappeared. And that gives them no control over their commander, none. It's a true way to Oblivion Ring a commander. And Oblivion Ring used to be good, but not anymore in Commander 4 against commanders. So this here gets to phase out people's commanders, and they don't touch it, especially in Atraxa where you get to uptick the vanishing, right? Remove a time counter. When the last remove, sacrifice it. So with, you know, if there's like 10 of them, they're never going to see their commander again. They can't interact with it. It's phased out. They can't do anything. For 3 mana, I think this is an absolute monster. And I don't see how this would not be played competitively in Commander. I mean, I think. And I don't see how I can't play it in my control deck. There's no way I don't play this. Spellskite used to be good. Remember Spellskite, people? $10 or so every time. Now you can get a Spellskite for $3, $2. I'm playing some walls, by the way. Just like the old days. Play walls that draws a card. Wall of Omen, Wall of Blossom. You know, this is also kind of a wall. It does a job. Protects your commander. I mean, I like Spellskite. It's a pain. Picked up Infernal Grasp also. Picked up Infernal Grasp. You can get a foil of this. It won't shine through, but a foil of this is pretty good. The red gloves, the red really comes out in foil. It looks fantastic. That's like a Doom Blade, but it doesn't have the like non-black or non-artifact creature. It really just says creature. So, you know, I would assume if you're a control deck or if you're an attacker with a fast, aggressive deck, you want to destroy their creatures and attack, keep swinging, keep putting pressure. This is a great card. 1 black, 1 colorless. I don't know if they can outdo this effect, frankly. You know, 1 black, 1 colorless, destroy target creature. The only one that's better than this is, show you. You know, and my point is not that I have money. My point is that it doesn't cost anything. It's $1.13. Fucking A. I'm not playing with cards because they're pricey. I'm playing with them because they're good. Got this one also. Feed the Swarm. Right, so Feed the Swarm, destroy target creature or enchantment, so that's why it's just better. You do lose life equal to the convert mana cost of the permanent. I don't think that's a problem. Great time to buy Swords to Plowshares. Hat to Exile. There are no better cards that does the job than these. If you don't have your Pats, you should have your Pats. They're $1 some. You can even buy a foil with the Double Masters. Even $3. This card used to be $3 the longest time. Get a foil of this. This looks good. This looks good in foil. So yeah, great time to buy some of the cards in Magic that you wished you could have bought some time ago or whatever. Besides that, what's up? These days I play Age of Empires. Try to understand how to play the game, I should say. I think it's quite simple. You know, you just need to build faster than the other and then send some horses to kill their peasants. Seems kind of simple when you get wrecked enough. You know, that you understand. Steam. Steam. Always looking for a deal. Free games, older games with little price. You know, Wolfenstein, $5. I would play these old games if it would be multiplayer and somebody else wanted to play with me. I would totally be down to buy this at $5. But if it's like a single player, you know, older style game that, like, you know, targets, I don't know, teenagers or whatever. Because we heard about this and people played this when I was younger. You know, I don't want to play this just by myself. You know, there would have to be something else happening. But $5, a few bucks, free to play. I'm down to play a lot of things. And winter's coming, so I'm down. Cool. What else is happening? BTC, Bitcoin. It doesn't look like it's a good time to buy Bitcoin yet, because the war. The Russians are talking about bad things, but what's coming out in the news currently is that Putin might be backed into a corner, which, you know, if we recall, we didn't quite want him to be in. You know, and that's why he's talking about nuclear weapons. But what's coming out these days is that he might be in trouble, you know, in his country. You know, that can, you know, we have to think, like, here we vote, so we don't, you know, if you fuck up for too long, we'll vote for someone else. But over there, they put all of their confidence into one person, you know, for years. And if it doesn't work, they want to replace that person. They have to, in fact. And the government is much bigger than just one person. I've been saying this for a long time. I don't necessarily think Mr. Putin runs the show. Okay, he's the showman, but there's a big team behind, you know. And if he doesn't deliver, it might be really bad or dangerous for him. The people are dying left and right in that country from strange causes associated with the government. So there might be a tug and pull currently in the Russian government between Putin and, you know, he has his own army, right? There's this, he has his own army that supports Putin and are loyal to Putin. There's also the country's army, which is different. So there could be this absolute bullshit happening currently in Russia. Something could happen to Mr. Putin. So he does need to produce results, and but people are not seeing him use nuclear weapons because it would be, they think, really bad for their internal politics. Russia, China, India. What else is there? There's a bunch of countries that are associated with the BRICS. BRIC. The wind says it's not really a good idea to use nuclear weapons. It would put those countries in a difficult situation of supporting Russia. So it does look like it's difficult for Russia right now to make sense of what's going on and to come out of it without losing face. You know, because apparently losing face is a problem. So that's going on. The other thing is there's problems with monetary policy. World currencies are some of them are in trouble. Multiple world currencies are crashing this week. So some countries' currency are having a hard time. That's, to my understanding, why the US currency index is going up so high, very strong. People are buying USDs. So there's no good news to rejoice and have money coming in to investments where investors can say, we're good, let's go, baby. You know, no. There's like this roof over how much we can really make because there's no good news. There's no great news. No, there's nothing like that. Now, if something does happen to Mr. Putin, we could see the markets react to that. We probably will. But will it end up being a good development or not a so good development? Time will tell. So not a great time. For me, I think I'm going to keep diversifying. There's other things I find interesting, which is the, what is it called? AI art, or whatever it is. I can't show the rest because it's fucking 4chan. But you can tell, like, if this would be an NFT, it could possibly sell something. Now, I don't know what the fuck is written here. It's such a bad idea. But I feel there's a lot you can do with AI art. Just look into it. There's a lot of videos, I'm sure, here. AI art. There's all kinds of strange things. This guy seems to be making money with kind of AI art, because that's what I'm searching for. Blame YouTube if I'm wrong. Midjourney AI art. If you don't mind,
We've never
Analog
seen a
Dreams.
revolution in creative tools and the accessibility of creating art and other creative mediums as we are seeing with AI art. AI art is the most powerful tool to allowing users to create things.
Apparently all of this is, for some of them, completely generated by the computer. Nobody went outside to take a picture of shit. You just like write words and it makes art. There's gotta be implications here.
Things that they otherwise,
you know, this
don't
and this
have
is just
the
popping
skills or
off
even the
right now.
physical function. A little intimidating, but I'll have time.
What's good, man?
Server. Now just you got to go to full newbie, so I can't.
I watched this guy a lot when I wanted to fix my
Try
sound.
4 different ways to imagine the scene that we want. Again, you can click on the image to view it a little bit bigger, and then you can save that out if you like the grid itself, or you want to crop it off and just leave it as is. But we can
Midjourney.
also take this further. You have a bunch of options below the image.
Let's try one. Midjourney. I have to sign in. I don't want to sign in. Can we do synthetic art? The names of them don't come up, but we just write AI art. We should have some results. Let's do image. I don't need to create anything. Just AI art. I guess you can give it a style and then you put some words. It generates art. And I think it's much better with the video, so I'm just gonna go right back to
based on the prompt that you gave it. And so we
this. How to make AI art. And I think it's really cool because if you want to have something different, you can really just make your own and then use it, you know? Like if you want some unique, sure.
And you'll notice that the
What's
original
good? We got
notebook is made by
AI
someone
Whisperer.
named Catherine Croson. Okay, so if you want with the check mark with that,
This is pretty technical.
This is keyword.
I want something simpler.
Oil on,
People making money with AI art. There's something that we don't know about who owns the rights. Might create FUD here, but it's being talked about. Who owns the right if a machine makes it? That's a question going around right now. I'm in. I ate AI art. All right. I sold AI generated artwork and made money. Wow. Like this is cool. I gotta say, this is cool. Like, imagine you're not an artist, but you might have some taste, you know, in art. And be able to, you know, I would say forge, but make. 2 days ago, Getty Stock bans AI art. Like, this is popping. Where do you go from here? I don't know. See, that's what I want. Got Charlie who's writing some words down here.
Whoa. What a start. That came out pretty good right away.
What is this?
Whoa.
Called Dream Studio AI.
I don't
Dream
really know what his
Studio
weapon
AI.
is. It's like a paintbrush or anything. And have it carry it forward. Looks like, I'm curious. So we can figure
And
out what
I was on
People
4chan.
working
You should
with
see the dumb shit
needs
that
tall.
people ask for in the art. Yeah, this is insane.
Oh! That was pretty close. Still ended up with 3 non-talk. For example, one of them I just saw here. Master of
You can write like Boris Johnson partying, you know, and you see it just crops out their face on like people
and their
partying.
hateful haunting of Steam Methodist and horrified Cyclops Ninja.
Boris Johnson
Front of
and the
the moon,
Queen or
again,
Prince
the one
King
on the
Charles
moon.
Charles
God damn it,
partying,
maybe Moonlight's confusing.
LSD. Like, dude, you can go
Oh, that's
anywhere.
just even right. Let's see if it's adapted at all. Threw this to the side and it went wrong here. Good. Let's take all of this. All right, let's see how that goes. How are these good?
I know,
Bro,
right?
this prompt is shit. All right, that didn't come out as cool.
Here's a famous
Not
actor.
even these. Let's try.
Oh, he's trying to make what, a sumo wrestler with
just
him?
a
Or
headshot. Because
Neo?
we've seen this work for more than just headshots here. This description. Oh fuck, that's so good.
I don't know how or what he likes about it so
looks
bad, but
good. Bro, these
likes
go
the first
so
one
hard. I
a lot.
love this one. I absolutely love this one.
hey. So hey, whatever you want to do with that, and then you save that and you use that. Like, this is really cool. So where is this going to go? Again, in terms of a nascent technology, I don't know. But if you hang out around this thing long enough, you might find out. And be early into something. So yeah, cool stuff, cool stuff. Anyway, I'm out. That's the update for today. You guys enjoyed the day. Beautiful day outside. Got to clean a bit, take the trash out. Thank you, everyone.